Hello and welcome to Play Talk Repeat. I'm Oliver and I'm joined by Niall, Alex, and Lewis.
Hello.
Hello.
Today we are reviewing a wee little game called Dispatch. We're
Dispatch.
developed and published by Ad Hoc Studios. It came out this year. When's it? I cannot find.
2025.
Yeah, I just can't find the exact. Oh, because it's an episode, isn't it? For the first 2 episodes dropped on October 22nd this year. All episodes are now out, and we have played them all. And it was released on PlayStation 5,
What the fuck was that
Switch,
snort?
Nintendo Switch 2, on Windows. What are you doing, Lewis?
Sorry, right,
Jeff
stop.
Keighley would love you.
Stop it now. Stop. Sorry.
Right, Dispatch. We are reviewing Dispatch. Should we start with some opening statements? Let's start with Lewis, actually. What's this he's fucking around?
Dispatch. I love that game, man. It was it was it was a big surprise to me. Was Dispatch? It felt like it sort of dropped out of nowhere. I know it didn't because I do remember it from the Game Awards last year, but it actually dropping just for the people and the humans of 2025. I wasn't expecting it to come out. I ended I can't speak. I ended up liking it quite a lot. It was actually one of my favorite games of the year. When I first played it, not when I first played it, when I was playing through it, I had the assumption in my head of I'd rather this just be a TV show. And I still think there's a big part of me that does wish I could just watch it. But I actually do like the dispatching mechanic of the game quite a lot. I'm sure we'll talk about that in a bit. And I think the game honestly has a good balance between gameplay and actual like movie stuff. So I don't have an issue with that. I just think it's a very good time. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, lovely.
9
I'm
out
just
of
gonna
10.
jump straight off on Lewis's there because mine's pretty much the same. I disagree slightly. I think the game and the story kind of ratio is a little bit too much on the story side to call this a video game. But saying that again, I did very very much enjoy it. I think I said at the time when I finished it, that's a better superhero story than Marvel has ever put out.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good.
What about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania?
Including Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Well,
Why would you choose
ridiculous.
that one?
It's
Ridiculous.
Well, it's one of the things you definitely tell that it was written by like a TV script writer because it was meant to be a TV show originally. I don't know if you know the history of the game yet. It was meant to be a TV show, and I think that comes across in the dialogue and just the way the characters talk in game. It's very well written. It doesn't feel like a video game.
Yeah.
It's just very nice to actually have a video game with good writing like that. It's really appreciated.
Exactly. All the characters, all the story, very very good. I genuinely cared about all the characters. The animation's really really good. Like they take what Telltale used to do and just made it 1,000 times better just by pre-rendering pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And not having you walk around or anything like that. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
So far.
Well, it wouldn't be difficult to find the average there, would it? Hey. I'll go next. Yeah, I really love Dispatch. It was up for one of my GOTY games. It was number 4, and considering this year, that's pretty crazy. Did I just say what score I gave it? Or did I not?
No.
So I gave it a 9 out of 10.
You gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, it wouldn't be hard to figure out the average there, would it? Yeah, so I disagree with Oliver in that I think there was actually more gameplay in this game than any other game of its type that I've played.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's one major difference between this and the Telltale games, for example, is that you never walk around in a 3D world.
Yep.
That's something which I think people forget was the case, and it's the same with Life is Strange as well. Life is Strange took it a bit further, and it had that like time rewind mechanic, which made it feel like more of a game. But I think the Dispatch mini game, which wasn't really a mini game, it was a full-fledged game. Like I could see like an indie game coming out and it being just that and it being well received. You know, I think it had a lot of depth to it and it took up a lot of time as well. I think it was episode 5 where I felt like 90 to 95% of my time was doing that. And so yeah, I feel like if you look at the actual time it took to do the Dispatch mini games, it would look more so like the Dispatch mini game with cutscenes added on to it. So yeah, I really liked it. I was terrible at it. I think overall across the entire game I was better than 1% of the entirety of people who played it, which means I was in the bottom 99 percentile of people who played it. We can talk about the story implications of that in a bit, but yeah, I thought the characters were really good. There's a few surprise voice actors in there, which I really enjoyed, and I'm excited to talk about some of the decisions we made with those characters. And overall, I thought the story was really good. I feel like there was only one episode which really let me down in some ways, but overall, yeah, it was a great time.
Alex.
So we're gonna go 4 for 4 here. I also gave it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not going to be difficult to find the average there, is
Oh, I
it?
wonder what the average is, guys. No, I really liked Dispatch. I was when I was younger, I really liked the Walking Dead Telltale game. So when I found out it was like kind of on a similar wavelength, I was really excited to actually play it. And not having the walking around, which was the worst part about the Telltale games, was just a big like thumbs up in my books. I really liked the dispatching like game, as you would call it. I thought that was really good. I got really good at it as well, especially during the last few episodes. I didn't fail a single one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got really good at it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just a solid game. Like there was moments where sometimes I was just that engrossed in the story that I forgot I was playing a game, and then all of a sudden it would be like, right, pick a choice. I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm playing a game. I do think it would work well as a TV show, but I think with the choices that you make in the game really impacts the story, and I'm interested to see what other people did in theirs, which would have affected the story, if it would have affected it in a big way, or even if it's just a small way.
Cool. So, on average, 9 out of 10, which is probably one of the higher games we've ever reviewed.
I think it is.
It might be the highest.
I think it's the first time we've ever all agreed on something. Anyway.
Yeah, I think Astrobot was previously the second highest. Someone brought that score down.
Yeah, you dragged that down for no reason.
No wonder. Well, I think it was Astrobot and Expedition 33 were both tied.
Yeah.
No.
I think it was like 8.75 for both of them or something like that.
So
I don't think we've ever had a 9 before.
No. We'll give a warning now. This is going to be full of spoilers. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no way to not spoilers game.
It's a story game. Like you said, there's no way to do it. I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say that all the important choices, we all picked the same one. I'm almost 100% certain.
I think that might be true, but I think there's some which they might differ. I don't know whether we should start with the important choices. However, before that, for people who haven't clicked away yet, we should first get into the dispatch mini game, which isn't really a.
Well, people already clicked away. Now, it's over now.
That is true. That is true. I want to first find out, because like with the dispatch game, I mean, there was a few things to think about with it. The main one being the who to send people out, where to send people out, and who to send who are the ones that you're going to send. Because the way it works is that each hero has individual stats, and each mission has stats which it requires, which you have to infer initially from a description. And you have to essentially fill a pentagon of those stats, and then it will give a random chance of whether or not you're going to succeed based off those stats. What was the highest percentage in which you failed at? Mine was 87%, and I still failed.
My highest was like 75 or something around there. I remember being really annoyed by it. Like I know it's not guaranteed, obviously, if it's that high, but it only happened the one time. Basically, any time it was over 60%, 50%. No, yeah, 60%. I was pretty much guaranteed it, but it happened one time in a really critical moment where I wanted to be able to pass the mission, and it ended up failing, and that really tilted me. But yeah, it was about 75%.
Yeah, probably about the same for me. It depends on the shape of your skills as well. It honestly depends on the shape. Like, it's not just about the percentage; it's about the shape.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. It was probably above 50, between 50 and 60.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why I was so low ranked compared to everyone else, I felt like I was incredibly unlucky. Like the amount of times it would be like a 60 to 65% chance and I would fail. It felt more often than not. But the other thing which factors into that is how people upgraded and leveled up their heroes, because I was doing so bad at the beginning. It took me so long to level people up, and then I realized I was leveling up people incorrectly. Like I didn't get from like the beginner dispatcher level until episode 5,
That's
because the way it
ridiculous.
worked,
Crazy.
the
That's
way
mental.
well, yeah, because I would fail equal to or more than I would succeed at the beginning, like through being unlucky, but also grading incorrectly. Basically, I thought I will pick people's strengths and just make them stronger. But I realized very quickly that it's better to have a lot of all rounders, because then you pick someone who is good coupled with an all rounder, and then that makes that one area good, but it makes like the overall percentage chance go way up.
I found the opposite.
I
I
disagree.
Yeah, I found
But-
the opposite because there was moments as well where if you was doing too much, then you would just fail. So
Well,
if you
there's
made
that, yeah.
everyone all rounders, then you wouldn't be able to complete some of the objectives.
Yeah, for each
I-
character, I chose 2 attributes
I did the
to
same.
max. I didn't touch any of the rest of them. I did 2.
I kind of agree with Niall, mainly because you were speaking about those missions that you could potentially fail, but if you were doing them, there was an all-rounder from the start. There's realistically, just with the way characters level up, there was no... If you're doing all-rounders for everyone, there's no way you'd get anyone past about level 5 in
Yeah.
one start if you're doing all-rounders, so it wouldn't really affect the results later on, especially if you were taking advantage, which I didn't... This is a mechanic I didn't really quite register until like the last 2 levels, was the pairings. Like if you have 2 characters who work well together, you can get an increase by 15%. So it becomes a thing if you don't even have to worry about the stats that much, as long as you're just running characters together. So I honestly think building all rounders is a better strategy just in general, rather than just focusing onto one stat. Because I think focusing on one stat's worse, because that's what leads you to being unable to actually fulfill some of those missions, because you simply just have too high of a stat even for one person.
Yeah. The only disadvantage is whenever you get interrupted, and like in episode 7 and episode 8, you need stats to be like at a 10, or like a 9 in order to do that. But for example, one character being Golem, who I kept calling Gollum, I got his upgrade, which was that he duplicates himself. And if there was empty spaces, and that just made it like significantly easier. He was by far like at the start, my most sent hero was Sonar, and then it switched to Punch Up, and then from like episode 5 onwards, it was just Golem, because I got that ability, and it made him the best hero I had on my roster by far, for sure. But who was everyone's top pick across the? Okay, it gives you at the end, it tells you like who your top pick was across the whole.
I could load up the game really quick.
I wrote all mine down. Mine was Prism.
I'll load up the
Mine,
game.
Prism.
mine was also Prism.
Prism was very. There was a lot of speaking ones, weren't
Yeah.
there? And she was the best at speaking.
Yeah, straight from the outset. So I went off the what they were good at to begin with, and then just exacerbated that.
Yeah, I did the same, and then whatever the second best was, that's what I would focus on as well. But Sonar was a difficult one because obviously his stats switched when he went into his other form.
He was the
So-
first person who I started all roundering in, because I realized that it's also important to upgrade his attack and his vigor, because that switches to his intelligence when he switches over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In episode 8, when it says your most sent hero, is that for the whole game?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
My most sent hero was Sonar, which was sent 217 times across all shifts.
Damn.
There we go.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of times.
And my most successful hero was also Sonar.
But yeah, speaking of who we sent, what characters? Without going into too many details straight away, who was everyone's favorite character?
Flambe.
Really?
The only person
The
to
goat.
ever say that.
The
ever.
goat. I
That's
love it.
insane.
I don't disagree with Alex. I really liked Flambe. Flambe's incredibly
fuck?
funny. He's one of the best characters in the game. It's like insane how you cannot like. He's just funny.
He's like
Everything he says
bottom
is
tier for me.
incredibly funny.
That's insane. He's one of the funniest characters.
But if I had to choose one favorite character, and I think I said this to Alex, it's really boring, but Robert is my favorite character.
That
I
is very
think he's-
boring. You're
I
right.
think he's played incredibly well. I think Aaron Paul does an amazing job. I've said this. There's some actors, sometimes or voice actors, where you're like, I can't get over who it is. I said this about Critical being Sonar. I loved Sonar's before. I loved him as Sonar, but I couldn't stop hearing Charlie throughout the entire thing. Like it was just Critical whenever he spoke. Even though Aaron Paul was being Aaron Paul. He played the character so well that it just didn't register to me half the time that I was listening to a voice actor, which I think is the sign of someone playing a character really, really well.
You know who else played the character really well? I didn't realize he played this character until after the fact when I was speaking to someone about it. But Jacksepticeye is Punch Up. Yeah, did not hear that at all.
No, he played that very well. Yeah, he played the character really well. He managed to, even though obviously it was Irish and whatever, he still managed to make it significant enough that it wasn't just Jacksepticeye speaking down the microphone. Yeah, it was actually very impressive. But yeah, I'd say Robert. But Flambe was I like saying Flambe. I think is valid. He was a very funny character. Oh, actually, you know what? I might drop Waterboy in there. No, Waterboy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Waterboy is my favorite. Yeah.
For me, it's between Waterboy, but I think more likely I think it's Phenomenon.
That's insane.
Really?
I genuinely think he was the funniest character in the entire game.
I mean, I liked Phenomenon, but I felt like I didn't get enough time with him, especially since I didn't put him on.
Oh,
see?
Sorry.
big change.
Sorry.
No, but I also didn't pick him either.
Oh, did you? No,
I enjoyed any time he was in a scene.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was. Yeah, his scenes that were there, even though minimal, were very good. Yeah, it was very funny. Just the idea of someone that strong being very depressed and sad is very funny.
But Waterboy was really good as well. That's Waterboy.
Yeah.
For me, it was I forgot his name, which is sad. The one that was helping with Mecha Man. What's he called?
Oh, Royd.
Royd, yeah.
Yeah, Royd or Chase, my two.
Favorite
ones. And Beef as well.
Beef is my favorite. Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah. Is Alex frozen?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll come back at some point, probably. Yeah. So, we sort of bled into it a little bit, but we might as well start talking about some of the key decisions, of which there are a few. So, I mean, if someone can remind me, what do you think the first key decision was? Mine, which I think was, he's back.
I'm back. Hello.
Was one thing which was surprisingly impactful is, did Flambe have all his teeth, or did he have one tooth missing for your entire playthrough?
Oh yeah, he had all his teeth for me.
Yeah, he had no eyebrows.
It was dependent on what he did in the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't remember.
Yeah,
so he probably had all.
What did you do? What did you do? Throw alcohol or water at him?
I threw alcohol at him.
Yeah, so I was the only one that threw water on him, and I thought that was insane because not only is it referenced, I assume it's referenced at the exact same time in the bar. Probably for you, Invisigal says like the guy with no eyebrows. But for me, says the guy with the whistles every time he speaks. Because not only does he have a missing tooth, apart from in a couple of cutscenes where his tooth just reappears, but yeah, pretty much all of his dialogue, he whistles when he speaks.
Oh wait, so he re-recorded his dialogue?
That's what it seems like. Either that or they chose specific ones to re-record because it would most likely be the case they noticed a whistle. But yeah, he was whistling all the time throughout my game, which I thought was really interesting. I just didn't want to kill him. I thought if I threw alcohol on him, he'd die.
Guy's got fire powers, man.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Apparently not his eyebrows.
He said he had fire powers, so I didn't think alcohol would do anything. But then he immediately set on fire. That's not really my problem or my fault. I thought he could handle it better than that. But yeah, he had no eyebrows for like half a game. They did come back.
Yeah.
About 5 episodes in, I think. But yeah, he was missing them for most of the time.
And then the second choice was probably, who did you cut? Which I assume everyone cut the same.
Oh
person.
yes, that was a major decision. It was between Sonar and Coop.
Coop.
And everyone cut Coop, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Coop. Yeah, Coop got destroyed and stuff.
Yeah, and I suppose
I'm really interested to know what would happen if you did if you cut Sonar.
Yeah, so I spoke to someone who did cut Sonar the other day, and they said they've seen both final scenes, and they said that it's literally like the same scene, except he's not taking it nearly as seriously.
Right.
Like he's just saying that, like, I'm just here to fuck you up just because, like, but I'm not bothered that you cut me, kind of thing. Because clearly the two very, very different characters, and Coop was obviously the more villainous one of the two. So yeah, so that's all the same so far. The third one is starting down the road of which person you chose to pursue, which is between Blonde Blazer and Invisigal. Did you go to the ball, to the dinner with Blonde Blazer, or did you goes to the
I
movies
would
with
argue that. I
Visigal.
would argue that's the fourth one. We missed the.
Oh,
one.
what's the third one then?
That one would be choosing Waterboy or Phenomenon.
Oh, was that beforehand?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
before,
everyone chose Waterboy. didn't
Waterboy.
they?
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't want Phenomenon. I would have loved to have him on the team because I bet he was. I bet his stats were cracked. I bet he was good.
We got him at the end. That's
Yeah,
what
really
his
good at
stats
the end.
were. Because if you get
Yeah.
Waterboy at the end, he's level 1 in everything.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I just had to have Waterboy on the team because I just like he just deserved to be on the team. He needed to be. I would have felt awful if I didn't bring him. So yeah. But then the next one would have been Blazer or Invisigal.
Yeah.
This
I
might
assume-
be different. I don't know.
I chose Invisigal.
I chose Invisigal.
I chose Blonde Blazer.
Whoa!
I said this in the chat.
Oh,
I said I bet Alex chose the vanilla option.
the wrong decision. The wrong decision, my friend.
No.
Well, you're gonna have to tell us about that then, yeah, because with the one that we chose, you go to the movies with Invisigal. When she's in the theater, you go and join her.
Yeah.
So what happens
Yeah.
with Blazer?
So you go to dinner on the rooftop. Well, it's kind of like a rooftop. And then she reveals that she takes the necklace off, and she's like, "I'm actually Mandy."
Oh wow!
So she shows that
and
early on.
We don't
she
find
shows
that
it
out till
way
the
early
end.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shows it way early on. And then you have a nice dinner, and then Waterboy's just throwing up on the windows, cleaning them, and he's like, "Am I disturbing you guys?" And he's like, and Robert's like, "You don't have to do that. Like, just stop." And he's just still throwing up on the windows. It's hilarious.
I'm really interested to talk about the rest of this thing because I'm interested to see what happened with Alex's back half of the game. If that's what he did there, I don't know how that affects.
Right. So what happened with Invisigal? Then you just go to the.
So
the
Invisigal,
movies.
yeah, she's at the theater, obviously watching the movie, and then Robert tells her to explain the previous movie to him. And while she's sat there explaining it on the microphone, on the headset, he dips, and then she's just talking to herself for like 20 minutes, and then Robert turns up next to her, and then sits down to watch the movie with her.
Right. Okay.
And then you just watch the movie together, and then flirt every now and again the following episodes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what the next big one is. Is it the cut?
No, well, no, it's when you reveal if you are Mecha Man or not, I assume.
Yeah.
To the...
Yes. So that was an immediate decision for me. I immediately said yes.
Yeah, I said
and
Mecha
I
Man
told them.
instantly. It didn't make sense for the character, at least in my head, to not tell them. It just, considering the whole thing was about building trust, and connecting with all these people, it just didn't make sense to keep on hiding it. It would have seemed silly.
And then I got the feeling, which I haven't got since near the end of the Mario movie, where Golan stepped in front of Robert and saved him from Flambe.
What happened in the Mario? Oh, Luigi.
Luigi got conquered his fear and got a pothole cover and protected Mario, which is probably one of the most emotional
There's
scenes.
surely so many better examples of that exact trope.
Yeah,
Piccolo protecting Gohan. There you go.
Yeah. That was really cool. They built it up so in a way where I genuinely wasn't sure whether anybody would step in or not. And Golem did, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, and then after that it was whether or not to cut Invisigal or not.
Yes.
I assume us three didn't immediately.
Yeah, I defended her.
Yeah. I didn't cut her. I didn't hate her. I just didn't want to romance her, so I didn't cut her.
Yeah, what happens? I wonder what happens if you cut her there then. Oh well,
I assume she's just off the team.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Well, so as far as I've looked up a little bit about the last bit of the game where the gun gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as I don't think she takes the bullet. But I think she is there at the end.
Yeah, I one of the stats was whether or not Invisigal took the bullet or not, which I thought that's probably whether you cut her or not. And then that's it for major decisions apart from the final decision you make at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think there's two decisions at the end because I'm not entirely sure. I know there's the big one at the end, the very big one, which is kill Shroud or don't kill Shroud. But just before that, and I don't understand how this works, there is the option. It's either to give him both the astral pulses, give him the actual pulse, or give him the prototype. I don't know what happens. I gave him both, and that seemed to be the correct decision. But I wasn't entirely sure why it was the correct decision.
Well, it was a correct decision because the deal is that you give him the real one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you give him both, you're
then-
giving
but then-
him the real one.
But then he chose wrong though when you give him both. He didn't know which one was the actual.
Yeah,
astral
I think
pole.
that was just a challenge you got to take. You know.
So like,
Yeah.
I gave him the I just gave him the fake one.
So
What happens there?
And what happens? Yeah.
So he throws it behind him and goes, right, come on, give me the real one. So then he gets the real one, puts it in his head, and then everyone starts going crazy. And then he just attempts to shoot Robert.
Well, that's
what
what happens when you give him both. Well, so you give him both, and then he freaks out and he goes, "Oh, it's this one," but he chose wrong.
Yeah, but he puts the fake one in.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting.
Then what happens?
And then everyone starts getting brain rotted from
Yeah,
his
yeah.
electrical facilities.
Then he doesn't try and shoot.
You know,
No, then he tries.
to shoot
Yeah,
it,
and then he does it after. But he tries to shoot you because you gave him the wrong one.
yeah.
Right. I just straight up gave him the real one.
Okay, so what happens with that one?
They're pretty much the same. So yeah, like
Right.
I wasn't playing around with beef. Like I was, first of all, it was a two-pronged approach. Wasn't playing around with beef, but also I had faith in Royd. I was like, we haven't tested this prototype yet. I'm thinking after this there could be another fight scene. And like I'm trusting Royd with the prototype that it will still work with the Mecha Man suit even for a bit. So I thought that was the best decision to make. And then he puts it in his head, he starts going crazy, and then tries to shoot you. And then I assume for everyone here, Invisigal stepped in because we all didn't cut.
Right, but what's confused me about that is so does Shroud succeed? Does Shroud keep the thing in his head?
Yeah,
The one that works.
yeah.
Yeah, but then with me, Invisigal like fainted, and then Robert just tackles him, and then I killed him.
Right. So it doesn't matter whether he gets it or not.
Yeah. So if he gets the expulse or
Yeah.
not, he still goes crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't really have a branching choice like that.
Well,
right
no,
at the
that's the
end.
issue with these sorts of games is you have to pretty much have a definitive way of it ending in case they make more, because it has to follow something.
Yeah, it's just such an important thing. He's been after it the entire game.
Yeah.
And the fact that whether he puts a fake one that doesn't work or a real one in his head, the exact same thing happens. It's just strange.
I thought that would be different. Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. It might be that the prototype is good.
It wasn't.
And
It didn't work.
He chose the right. The ending. Yeah, the outcome that you said is the exact same. Like I said, he gets given both of them, and his whole thing, remember, is that he can predict the outcome of stuff, so he knows which one's which, but he chooses wrong. He goes, "This is the right one," throws the other one away, and then puts it in, and then it's the wrong one.
Is it confirmed that it's the wrong one?
Yeah, well, everyone starts to get powers. Everyone starts to like power up.
Yeah.
All those little minions.
Yeah,
but
and
then
then
it goes
it's
wrong. I
sort
can't
of-
remember exactly what
Yeah.
happens, but it
Well,
goes
yeah,
wrong.
well, because yeah, I mean, I can imagine that from what I saw, that if you thought in your head that it could go wrong, that you could be seeing it as going wrong
Yeah,
because of the way
maybe.
people were acting.
Yeah.
So that might be it. Because they started getting powers, but then that was sort of forgotten about, and then it went back to the rooftop scene. So that might be what you're perceiving.
I'm going to look this up after this.
Yeah, it
That's
might just have
going
been a bit of thing. Maybe he threw away the fake one, and he always puts the real one in, no matter which. Because if the choices are give him both, give him the prototype, give him the astral pulse. Alex, if you give him the prototype, he says no, give me the real one. If you give him both, he throws one away and puts one in, presumably the real one. And if you give him the real one,
But
he puts the real
well,
one in.
there's
This
dialogue.
might-
There's a reason me and you, Lewis, think that he put the wrong one in. There is a reason.
Maybe.
For that.
Yeah, so but
There's
that's the thing.
dialogue
Does
for
he?
it.
I remember this line. Does he say that he can, like, the reason why he's killing Robert is because he can see clearly now that if he stays alive, then he will lose.
No.
That Shroud
No.
will lose.
No,
Oh
no,
well,
there's not-
that
there's
is
not
different.
like
That's what he said to me. It was
Right.
like, yeah, I can see clearly now. Like my chances of survival severely diminish if you're left alive, so I need to kill you.
Interesting. Yeah, it might have
Yeah.
just been contextual. Me and Oliver, maybe we're just both perceiving it wrong. But I thought he just chose wrong. I thought that was the point.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah,
not.
but-
And anyway, after that,
And
the
then,
final
and then we
decision
get
is-
onto the whether
Yeah.
to kill him or not to kill him. Now, first of all, I want to ask the question: when you were speaking to Chase in like episode 2 or episode 3, did you say you would kill Shroud? or not?
I said I don't know.
Yeah, I said I don't know, but then I killed him.
I said I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah, I also said I wouldn't. You didn't kill him. Yeah, so I said I wouldn't, and then when given the option, it was an immediate choice to kill him.
Yes,
because
I-
I was
yeah.
like, because obviously for me, it may be slightly different for you, Oliver, but for me, he had the astral pulse. He was the most powerful he was ever going to be, and I was just thinking, this is the moment where if I don't kill him, then he's just gonna become a menace. He's gonna be getting out of prison every So I
well,
thought I had
yeah.
to do it.
This is why it's interesting because, like I said, there is dialogue in that last scene that made me and Lewis think that he wasn't fully powered up.
I thought that is the case. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So there was no reason to kill him. Like, obviously, it was bad man and all that stuff. But I said to Chase I wouldn't kill him because that's not what heroes do. So I didn't kill him because that's not what heroes do.
I was running through that in my head, but by that point, it had been pretty much confirmed to me that Shroud was just a piece of shit. He didn't. There's obviously some villains that have some sort of redeemable qualities and whatever. Like Shroud didn't have any of those. He was just a piece of shit. He was straight up just a bad person. And I felt like Robert just kind of deserved a W because he was just kind of a shithead during the entire game. So I was happy to kill him. I don't know if it was necessarily the right decision. The game kind of makes you feel a bit bad if you do kill him.
Yeah.
Because when you kill him, you speak to. Sorry, I think if you kill him or don't kill him, you speak to Blonde Blazer. In fact, and she says, I think she says, "Do you think you made the right choice? Kill him, or did you make the right choice?" Yeah, and Robert, the options that it gives you aren't an adamant yes, I don't think, but Robert ends up saying something like I think I said I thought it was right at the time, but now I'm not sure.
Now I regret it, which is exactly how I felt after I pressed the button.
Exactly,
which I thought was a good response.
Yeah, I don't think the choice necessarily to kill him was bad, or to let him go is bad, but I understand probably why people would want to kill him because, like I said, he doesn't really have any redeemable qualities to him as a villain. He's just a bad person. And what he did with Beef just wasn't good. I do like how everyone basically got together and unified at the end all over the dog. I do like that. Because if there's one common thing that everyone just loves is an animal, it's a dog, and I do like that they did that. But yeah, he was just a cunt, so he deserved to die. It was fine.
Damn. Capital punishment from Big Lou over there.
Capital T. So one other difference that there could be with the ending, I mean, something which will be a difference for Alex, but for all of us, is whether or not you succeeded in thwarting Coop in the last dispatch mission.
Yeah,
did you? Did all three of you do that?
Yeah.
So I didn't, and it changed the ending for me.
Really?
So I assume you got the option of whether or not to let her back in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not. She just went straight to prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It just said I wish we could have helped her, but we can't.
I did
in that last mission. Yeah, in that last mission, I played out of my mind, and I got 100% in that last mission. No failures at all. Even when I had 3 people, I 100%ed, did everything. I played out of my mind. I was like, no, this person needs to go here. This person needs to go here.
You've just made me realize when I was asking that question before about percentages. I've just realized when most of those bullshit percentages happened for me, it was the Coop stuff at the end. Do you know when you can fight Coop in the last? Is it the last mission or the last mission? When you can fight her and you have to lower her health down.
Yeah.
I kept getting 70% rolls and I kept failing them.
Same
and
for me.
I kept thinking it was intentional. You weren't meant to do it and it was meant to seem hard because I was getting such high rolls and I was losing. And it was really tilting me because I nearly lost. I was very, very close to losing all of my energy.
Yeah, I lost all of mine.
But it was only with Coop. Yeah, it was only with Coop though.
Yeah.
Everything else was fine, but every time I tried to challenge Coop, it just kept draining me, bro.
Whenever I challenged Coop, I sent everyone. I sent anyone who was available, so it would hit 100%.
Yeah.
I always made sure to have Prism because she duplicated someone, so that and then I just hit my strongest. I think I sent Flambe because he had 10 in strength.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did actually. I did Flambe and then a second Flambe, so I only needed 3 of them because it just maxed out in strength, and then I just won every time.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to min max it. I didn't want to send too many people. If it was a 4, I only sent 3, so that I always had enough people.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so right at the end, because we all picked Invisigal, she gave us a smooch on the gurney, I imagine.
She did.
What happened to Alex?
I sent her on her way in the gurney, and then you sat on the car with Blonde Blazer. And then
Wait, does Invisigal go to prison at the end of that one or not? Because she's evil, right?
No, she got celebrated because she took the bullet. And
Oh,
like,
because I would have because at the end on the dispatch thing, it says there's literally like a percentage thing that says you. Oh, I don't remember. I can load the game real quick and look exactly.
well,
what
I'm
it
pretty
says.
sure what you're referring to is there's a percentage of whether or not like you like brought Invisigal round or something like that. And that's to do with cutting her or not, because then she would take the bullet or she wouldn't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do
So
you-
that would
Yeah.
probably
You
change
and
whether she went to
68% of
hospital
people.
or not.
You and 68% of players supported Invisigal, leading her to embrace heroism over villainy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the not cutting her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I assume she'll just become evil if you don't be nice
Yeah.
to her, I guess.
So if you choose Blonde Blazer like you did, do you still get the weird the weird scenes with Visigo, like the sex scene, and also the one where she takes the top off and she's got like robots underneath her tits?
Yeah.
Uh,
It was weird
Underneath
because,
the
like,
tits.
from
it's like
like
whatever it is.
from like
It's like
episode 5
it's like a
onwards.
Raspa machine.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, from like episode 5 onwards, they stopped calling her Invisigal and started calling her Vizzy, and I was like,
Vizzy,
this
yeah.
is really weird. Why is everyone calling her Vizzy? Like, no one established that this was her nickname.
Busy,
Just a
isn't it?
nickname, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it was just weird.
I don't really remember when the change happened. I just remember her being busy for quite a lot of the games, or at least Robert called her busy anyway.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know when that change happened though.
It was like episode 5 or 6. It was just really
Right.
random. It was just all of a sudden, it was like, right, Vizzy, what are you gonna do? And I was like,
It's just a nickname, isn't it?
It got really confused. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the footage that we're using for this, and it's the first mission, and I forgot in the first mission it's completely different set of heroes.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, because it's like a tutorial.
It's
one.
just a tutorial.
Sweet Talker and Brick House.
Yeah.
No, I don't know any of those.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I
they're
was worried
not my
in that
heroes.
first mission because when I saw all those heroes, I was looking at the pictures and I was like, these all look garbage.
These all look shit,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
these don't look interesting at all. I don't like this. But obviously, they're actual heroes. I assume we were working with.
Yeah, they're from the A team.
Yeah, we were working with the
I
villains.
remember I saw a couple of them like throughout the office and stuff like that. The one that looks like Diamond Head from Ben 10.
Yeah. It looks like
Equilibrium, that's it.
he looks like a freaking paper crane.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything covered. I mean, we didn't cover Chase, I suppose. I wish he was used a bit
Just
more.
a great character.
Yeah,
He was a
no,
really
he-
great
Damn good
character.
Incredible character. I love a speedster. His one scene actually using his powers was my favorite scene in the
Did
whole
you shed
game.
a tear?
I didn't. No.
I did.
I
Yeah.
shed a single
Rolling.
tear. And I
That's
was
the
like,
thing.
"Damn."
It all happened so fast.
Ah,
Like, yeah, it did, and then yeah, it was a bit sad that they didn't. I would have preferred them to commit to.
Yeah,
the
I
death.
wish. Yeah, I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna
Yeah.
die. Yeah.
no, but Blonde Blazer had the solution. You know, it's
Well,
then
she
just
has a
didn't give it
she has a
for ages.
temporary solution.
yeah, they'll figure
Well,
it
I mean, like it could be a permanent solution if you didn't want it back.
out. Yeah,
I mean, no, but she literally
Yeah.
says at the end when you're on the car with though, he says, I
Says
can't remember the
temporary
dialogue,
until
but
we
she
find
says it's
another
temporary until we
solution.
find another. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I assume she wants it back.
Yeah, she does exactly.
But like, yeah, I wish they committed to it. It did make me cry. It wasn't until the credits hit. I hate it when games do this because they know it's like a cue telling you to get upset because the credits were just silent.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was just, it was just
It's
silent.
worse as well because you had episode 5's credits, which were the best credits and the only credits that I watched
Yeah.
the whole way through, and then episode 6 where it's just sadness.
No, it was just silent with like ambient noise, and I was just like, I hate you, game, die, you're the worst. But then obviously immediately episode 7 starts, and then it's like, oh, he's probably fine. Obviously he's in hospital and stuff, but we know the outcome to that. And yeah, I agree with Niall. I do wish they committed. I'm not necessarily someone who thinks you should just kill off characters for the sake of like shock and to like make you sad. I don't think that's necessary. Someone doesn't always need to die. I just felt like it would have been good for Chase's character, especially with just like the last conversation he had with Invisigal and stuff and the argument he had. And I just think it would have been a nice way to send the character off, because assuming that Blonde Blazer gets it back in the future, Chase still can't use his powers. So I don't know, him being in the story, I'll still enjoy him because like he's a great character, but I just think it would have been a good opportunity to sort of let the character go.
Yeah.
And give him like a good final hurrah and stuff. But I'm not mad with him still being alive. Him coming out in the suit was cool. Like, as much as like obviously like I didn't want him to be there. It was cool when he came out in the suit and he started kicking ass. But yeah, I don't know. It's just all the characters are great. Just a great game, great characters, just great everything really.
9 out of 10.
And hopefully they
9 out of
do want to
10.
do a second one. I've seen a ton of articles today saying that they're going to sit down over the next couple of days and decide how they're moving forward with it.
Yeah, there've been talks of season 2, haven't there?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It does, like, I think what I read was that it's got that second album problem kind of thing where the first album such a fucking hit.
But where do you go from here? That's the only problem I've got in my head. Where do you go?
It's where do they go, especially since they had no intention of making another one, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was just meant to be a one and done thing. So
plus Robert's got his suit back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's difficult to write as engaging of a scenario, considering we sort of resolved everything that we were working towards in the first episode. If they can come up with a cool story, obviously I'll be very much there. But they've definitely got like a challenge on their hands because like everyone said, where do you go really from here? You can you really be a dispatcher going forward if you've sort of got everything you wanted?
They might just make someone else a dispatcher.
And the Z team are heroes now. They're not villains anymore. Like you fixed the Z team pretty much.
I mean, they could make it so that like he's like the leader of the team, and like you're doing some of the dispatch stuff, but like more localized out in the field. It could be interesting. Splicing that in with quick time events, which I know you guys didn't like because you chose.
None of us spoke about that.
I didn't turn them off.
Yeah, I thought they were really good. Like that's the thing. I thought I know for you guys they took you out of it, but for me they immersed me further. Like it felt like I was actively engaging in that part of the game rather than just sitting back and watching something.
They were not used enough. Either use them all the time or don't use them at all. It was like nearly entire episodes would go by where a quick time event does not appear. So I'd put him my controller down. And then you get towards the end of the game, the last boss fight, and you're hit with 1,000 of them, and none of them will get consequential.
That's what I was going to say. Based on how the quick time events work, they seem to only really function during battles, which there isn't that many of throughout the story. And like Oliver said, even the ones, because I kept it on in the very first episode to see what it's like, you failing doesn't have any impact on anything that's happening.
No, it's artificial. It's just that for me, it just made it more immersive for me.
No, I mean that's valid. That's why they added it. That's the entire reason why because obviously there's people who will complain that there isn't enough game. So giving you that makes it more of a game, I suppose. I just immediately realized it wasn't the way I wanted to experience it because I would be like really getting into it for a couple seconds and then a giant circle would flash on the screen and I'd be like, oh, I guess I have to move my mouse around. I just didn't want to.
What if they made it an actual mech game with still the story choices?
I mean, if the combat was good, but I don't think that's the route they're gonna go.
Maybe
it stops being a visual novel really at that point, doesn't it? If you make it into a 3D mech game, that's just a regular action game at that point.
I mean, Spider-Man that came out on the PS4 was once a visual novel in the form of a comic book. So you can go from visual novel to 3D action.
You definitely can. So when the next PlayStation Spider-Man game that comes out is a visual novel, then we'll know you're right. Two different fucking things, isn't it? It's changing medium. It's not. It's not in the same thing. All right. Anyway, shall we call it there, fellas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Coolio. Thank you very much for watching. We shall see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.